welcome back to No Pants Profits. My name's Richard, unfortunately wearing pants again. We are today in Cozumel, Mexico, and we're going to talk about a brand new company that came out by Sweater, and it's actually funny. It's called Shappi, and you're like, what the heck is that? It's actually kind of an interesting concept. I'm in Cozumel, and let's say someone in Cozumel wanted to order something from the US version of Amazon. Well, they would send it to my house, and then I would take it on a plane or a boat or where I'm getting to another country, mainly in Latin America. They sent it to my house, I would then take it on the boat, and I would move it. Essentially, I hate to say, kind of a drug mule for Amazon stuff. Amazon, eBay, Walmart, Target, it's how to get shipments from all those places to yourself all over. It's really quite interesting, and I want to dig a little bit more into it. But Shappi, let's talk about it back on the ship. Thanks, Richard on shore. This is Richard back on the boat, and I'm in my favorite place, the Carnival Casino, which I do these little vacations from time to time and won a $1,200 jackpot the other day, but we're here to talk about Shappi. I think that's how you spell it. Shappi, which I guess stands for Ship Happy, which I'm on a ship right now. I'm in a casino. I'm making money in a casino. I'm ship happy. But let's go over Shappi. We're going to look at Shappi on the Sweater website. You will see a little bit of how things are done today because I got to do this without my 20 screens. But here we go. So, announcing our investment into Shappi. If you ever visit family abroad, you're probably asked to bring a few United States products across the border. After observing this behavior for years, they said, okay, let's make a way for normal people to make money bringing stuff down to, it is primarily focusing right now on Latin America. And being a primarily Latin America focus, I am right now, as I said on shore, in Mexico. So let's take a look at Shappi. Let's see, how it works and everything like that. Now, I've had a couple discussions with a couple friends about Shappi so far, and one of the first things all these friends said to me is they go, when you go through an airport, I'm not at an airport right now, I wasn't asked this when I got on this ship, but when you go through an airport, they ask you, is everything you're carrying your own stuff? Did you pack your own bags? Well, if you're using Shappi, you've got some questions when you're using Shappi. If you packed your own bags, if everything's yours, and everything like that. So that question does get a little sketchy. But I'm gonna reverse it back on you. Just to reverse it back on you for a second, I think the question comes to, and we're gonna look at Shappi really in depth, but the question doesn't come to that. The question comes to 10 years ago. If someone was like, let's hop in a stranger's car in any city in the world, they think you're crazy. Then Uber came out, and when Uber came out, everybody's hopping into strangers' cars in different places all over the world. So, maybe it's not as crazy as it seems. So they empower Latin American consumers to get US products in a faster, more affordable, and more reliable way than ever before. They are expanding as part of a $2 million seed round ahead of their Series A. Now, what does that mean? That means we're getting in exceptionally early to Shappi. So we're going to be in really early in the Shappi family and the Shappi sphere. So that's a really cool thing. But the whole idea is they deliver United States products to Latin American customers, but they aren't an average logistics company. They're really doing kind of like the Uber Eats or Uber delivery, but cross-border. They said crypto and Bitcoin and all those other things were supposed to be, cross-border, and they are, but this is delivering physical products cross-border. So Shappi mobile app experience caters to both shoppers and travelers. As a shopper, you're prompted to provide a link to the item you're interested in purchasing, and it can be from any reputable online store in the US. Shappi then uses its fee algorithm to determine a delivery fee, which you pay immediately to submit a request. Your request is then routed to a verified traveler with an upcoming plans to be in your home country. So if I would have known about this before I went to Mexico, maybe I could have tried it. The good news is I take cruises about once a month, so I do want to try this. I think it'd be interesting to see. They're saying Latin America. My next trip outside of the US is going to be to Bimini. So maybe there's a delivery I can make to Bimini, and I can take you along. That's in about a month's time. The delivery fee is the company's current business model, so they take a 30% cut of the fee that's paid to the person who's putting your thing in their bag. So if they're putting the thing in your bag, Shappi is taking a 30% cut of that. And that's how they're making money right now. They have over 250,000 users, up from 80,000 in January. So that's like a 300 and 300 and change % growth rate, which is insane. The demand is clear. The company has all those. Why Sweater invested? Let's listen, hopefully, if the internet holds up on the ship, let's listen to why Sweater decided to invest into Shappi. Maybe.
I'm Danny Chow, and I'm a senior associate at Sweater, and I have the privilege today of sharing why we invested in Shappi. Shappi is a logistics and shipping platform designed to connect international shoppers with travelers to deliver products by renting the traveler's unused luggage space. The company's platform empowers Latin American consumers to obtain delivery of their US products in a faster, affordable, and more reliable way by connecting them to verified travelers returning from the US to their destination. We invested in Shappi due to our high conviction in the founder, the Shappi platform, and the market white space. Founder and CEO Carla has a proven entrepreneurial track record with previous founder experience starting Complem, which is a product factory in Ecuador. She has remained deeply connected to the Latin American ecosystem, building a competitive understanding of the obstacles surrounding international logistics. The team is capitalizing on touch points that already exist between travelers, products, and their home countries with simplified logistics, technology, and trust. We are so excited to have Shappi and Carla in our portfolio today. Check them out through our Sweater app and sign up to be a verified traveler or shopper today.
All right, so there's an idea that gives you kind of a little bit of an idea of what they're doing and why they're invested. We're going to definitely look at the Shappi app. We're going to take a look at the Shappi website and everything of that sort. So let's go ahead and let's take a look. This is the Shappi website. Actually, let's see if there's anything else here, any more information. Strong market fit. I do like that they've got this innovative travel logistics, as you noted above. Shappi is tapping into a massive market, which is interesting, is the intersection of consumer demand and international logistics. The team is capitalizing on touch points that already exist between travelers, products, and their home countries. Yeah, and looking ahead. Now, I did used to work on a cruise ship. I want to give you some kind of interesting logistics backgrounds here. I myself used to work on a cruise ship, and a lot of the crew members from the Philippines, other places like that, love Amazon, love Best Buy. They can't really get off. So the cruise ships actually use a routing service to get the packages to the crew wherever they are in the world. This ain't crazy. This is something that cruise ships, physically on, not a green screen right now, that cruise ships are actually doing for many, 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 many years. So it's kind of interesting that where we're doing this right now. But we can go ahead and you can see Shappi is pioneering a whole new world of travel logistics, and the latest round of funding is just the beginning. The upcoming quarters, they plan to expand geographically within Latin America and developing new products that take international shopping even more convenient. If you have family in Latin America, save your luggage space and let them know about Shappi. Again, the logistics of this, the legality of this is quite interesting. The logistics, the legality of it, it falls in a kind of a really interesting gray space there. But let's go ahead. I do want to make sure that I didn't miss anything here. I'm going to put my phone on the screen real quick because I did get a text message earlier from Sweater on Shappi, and it says 3.9 million views on their YouTube marketing campaign. So we got 3.9 million views on their YouTube marketing campaign that Shappi has been doing directly, and that's organic marketing. That's not paid marketing. That is straight organic influencer, whatever you really want to call it, type of marketing. But let's take a look at Shappi's website now. The app that delivers products to you. Request delivery, become a traveler. Let's see what we got. We're going to see 50% off your first delivery. Shappi's got a video right here, it seems. So this is maybe not in English.
Te presentamos Shappi.
Yeah.
La app que te trae tus compras de Estados Unidos directamente a tu casa, de la forma más fácil, rápida y segura. Sin pedir favores a familia.
Actually, it's very similar to what we just saw on Sweater, how it works. So you will go on as a user and you will request a delivery. And like we said, there's a fee that's involved there. You purchase the product on Amazon, something like that, and you would ship it. If I was a trusted traveler, you would ship it to my house in South Florida. Real-time tracking, that's really cool. So it can actually track. It's basically Uber for packages. It's kind of interesting. Shappi delivery protection, safe delivery method, trusted partner methods, trading deliveries. They have 50,000 plus downloads, 100 times better than any other delivery service. These are user reviews and other stuff like that. Now, I did actually go ahead and download the app from the App Store. Let's take a look. We'll do this together. I'll show you as much as I can of what's actually going on. Let's open up the Shappi app. Here we go. Shappi. Easy, fast, and secure. Get started. Yeah. We'll sign in with Google. I'm going to take that off the screen real quick because I don't really want you all to see my Google information. But I'll sign in with Google. That's kind of the easiest way to do things. I like to sign in almost everywhere with my Gmail. Giving it a second, but I'll sign in with Google. Here we go. Let me choose one of my Gmail accounts that I like. nopantsprofits@gmail.com. If you got any questions, feel free to send me an email. nopantsprofits@gmail.com, and we'll get back here. And let's see how this all works. So we're loading. Here we go. Shappi would like to send me notifications. Hi, no. We'll deliver U.S. products to you. So I get 50% off my first delivery by using code Shappi, and we can see, oh, that's pretty cool. We can see what people have ordered. Clips from Amazon, looks like wax for their car, an Amazon BP3 Pro, it's like a knockoff Apple Watch. Stuff from Walmart, a PlayStation 5 from Walmart. We've got iPhone 12s. We've got all kinds of fun stuff like that. Sonic Mania. But if I wanted to go ahead and get something, I would say request delivery. And I could say I want to get it from Apple. And I'll browse the store. And they have an extension that I'm pressing the Snappy button. So let's see what it would cost to get an iPhone 12 Pro Max 1 terabyte. So we'll click here. It's actually a really cool integration. It's a really cool API integration here. So we go iPhone 12 Pro Max. I want the biggest one, which should be like $13.99. I'm gonna hit buy. We're not at the Snappy button yet. Okay, here we go. Which model? We want the Max. I do love this integration here. Pick the color, deep purple. 1 terabyte, no trade-in. And boom, okay. And we're just gonna say buy it straight up. And again, we'll connect with the carrier later. So $15.99. And you know, always get Apple Care. So we'll get Apple Care. We'll do monthly coverage. We're not actually buying this iPhone. And I hit snap. And what's cool is, I'll give you an example. In Brazil, Apple devices cost about 3 times what they do in the United States. Literally, I used to actually run an Apple store on, believe it or not, a cruise ship. So I know this is what we have. People from Brazil, people from a lot of the countries in South America would literally come on when they're leaving the ship, and they would buy 3 or 4 laptops to take home to South America. It's still loading. We'll give it a minute. But they'd buy 3 or 4 laptops. They'd take those 3 or 4 laptops down home to South America. They'd sell them for they'd sell 2 of them, and that would make money. They'd make all their money for the first one by selling 2 of them at a slight markup, not anywhere near the insane markup they're actually charging there. We'll let that load for a minute. Let's take a look at the website a little bit more. I will bring that back to you as soon as we get to the next page. So I do want to see something else I like to take a look at is I like to look if they are currently hiring, where they're based and other stuff like that. Let's see if we've got a career page. Do we have a career page? Oh, really good question. Valid question that we were asking earlier. Customs regulations. Good question, valid question. Hey, what's going on with customs? So here's what's kind of cool is I can actually see the customs in every country. So United States customs, I can see Peru customs, Costa Rica customs, Venezuela customs, Ecuador customs, Mexico is not, yeah, Mexico's right there. So, hey, let's look at Mexico regulations because why? Because I'm in Mexico right now. So I think looking at these Mexico regulations is an interesting concept. Can't provide a secure connection. we do have internet. Reload. So it looks like for some reason I can't get the Mexican regulations. It's not the internet on board. But let's say we wanted to go somewhere nearby like Costa Rica. Take a look at the Costa Rican reg. I have successfully logged out. Well, that's fun. Let's just see if we can fix this here. Let's go. So that is the one part of traveling on cruise ships that's kind of weird. Is sometimes your internet does weird stuff. So let's just see what's going on with the internet right now. Okay, I have a plan. Log in. We'll take a look at those customs regulations in about 3 seconds. My only hesitation in traveling is really that. It comes down to those. So let's see. We should be able to get our customs regulations from Mexico now because we're back online. Here we go. Not sure they're going to be in English. They're not going to be in English. So that is actually something that, if you're going to pitch this to people who are going on vacations, these sites should be available both in English and in Spanish. Yes, it's a criticism, but that's where I'm at. If I look at all these, so they're doing Spain, Honduras, and you can see regulaciones. I don't see, oh, there's an English button. Hold up, there is an English button. Well, it brought me to an English page. But this gives you the information on what you can bring in and what you can't bring in. I think the weirdest thing today, I was going into Mexico. And going into Mexico, they literally have a drug dog watching to make sure that you're not bringing drugs into Mexico, which I never really thought was a problem, bringing drugs into Mexico, but I thought drugs coming out of Mexico was the problem. Well, let's just see real quick. I'm going to try and load up again on the Shappi page here, because I think we lost connection. I do want to see what that iPhone's going to cost me. So let's go back. I'm just jumping to the iPhone screen. Stop that real quick. Let's jump to the iPhone screen inside of Shappi, because I'm just a consumer here. So being a consumer, again, we're going to try iPhone. iPhone, okay. Pro Max, just hit buy. We know what we want. We want the deep purple 1 terabyte iPhone. Which model? iPhone Pro Max. 1 terabyte. Shappi. It knows what I want. Let's see if we're going to play now. Maybe. Okay. We'll give that a second to play, and if it plays, I will bring you the update there. But here's the thing. I like it. I like the concept. And a lot of people go, well, am I going to put this stuff in my bag? Am I really going to bring an iPhone over to Mexico? Am I really going to bring an iPhone over to Costa Rica, to anywhere you're going? It's a good question. The legalities of it, I don't think from a legal side it's a problem bringing, not legal advice. I don't think from a legal side it's a problem taking these things out of the U.S., but you're really supposed to have an exporter license and things like that. This seems crazy. But again, like I said, who thought that you'd have back in the day, you jump into some random stranger's car? Nobody thought that would happen back in the day, is jumping into random strangers' cars and things like that. So it's unique. It's interesting. It's a lot of those things all in one space. But it looks like my iPhone is just not wanting to buy another iPhone. Let's just see. My iPhone doesn't want to buy another iPhone. Let's try that one more time and let's see. Let's request a delivery. Request an Apple delivery. Request that Apple delivery. I'm going to show you on the screen. I'm doing this on the cellular network. Might be just something that's restricting. And I will show it up on the screen as soon as I can do it. Okay, Pro Max, Deep Purple, 1 terabyte, Snap. We're loading. There we go. Okay, perfect. So it's giving me a 50% off coupon. I can choose if I want to use the coupon. So I'll say usar coupon. So I just want to kind of see what it costs, because it doesn't actually say that anywhere. So I want to see, hey, what's this going to cost to actually upgrade and get to this iPhone? So I like it. I like the concept. I like where it's going. I like a lot of what's going on here. I do like they disclose the customs things. Again, that could be something in the long run that might actually wind up hurting them per se. This is an unregulated industry now, and it's going into more of a regulation side from an unregulated side, going into more of a regulated side of the industry is kind of an interesting problem, interesting solution to have. You know, when Uber started, they really pissed off the taxi cab companies. Pissing off taxi cab companies, they were going for blood with Ubers. It was like you were either a taxi driver or you were an Uber driver. Now Uber taxi. You know, it's one of those things that right now it's the wild, wild west. We're getting in a seed round, and getting in a seed round means much higher risk, but also much higher potential for rewards. So they're raising $2 million. Sweater's not really declared what they're putting in of that $2 million, or if they're the lead investor there. But it's kind of a really interesting conceptual idea. I like it. I like what this is doing, and you know, I guess come on, get Shappi. I guess. I'm going to throw it back to Richard to close us off back on in Cozumel. Hey, thanks, Ship Richard. This is Richard, still out in Cozumel, Mexico, and that was an interesting look at Shappi. Now, I didn't bring anything with me this time from Walmart or Amazon or Target or Best Buy or any of those places. But the whole idea is you take that extra luggage space and you make use of it. And just remember, when we're over here in Cozumel, when you're wearing no pants, all you got left to lose is your shirt. This is Richard from No Pants Profits.